seeing a lot of predictions for Xylo, so let's take a look at the team. Xylo, because we've already seen West Broadway once today. We have Akumo taking it as team captain. Followed up is Blue, Action, Neo, and Dino. IPS. Tell us a little bit about this team, please.
Well, I know that I think they took either a first or second place at a recent Minnow Cup, so that's pretty solid placement. Other than that, I do know one of their players, Neo. Used to be on Persistence. I used to coach him when he was on that team, so that was I know how he plays. I know that he's a pretty good player. I know he can definitely make some good plays, so definitely like he did last season with Persistence. So I'm excited to see how he plays with this new team of his.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Neo definitely a star performer for Persistence back in Season 2. And we also saw Blue just a couple matches here on Ink Kings, was very dominant on Ink Kings when he did get to play. So I'm excited to see those two players as well as the rest of the team. And Zach, coming to you first, do you agree with the channel point predictions, or are you taking West Broadway to win their second match today?
I'm a little bit surprised that these predictions are so lopsided. It feels like after West Broad Grillin was able to take that victory last round, that easy dub, I would think there'd be a little bit more support in their house. So I'm gonna go with them. I'm feeling good about these Westerners.
All right, well, we'll see. It's interesting that Swift isn't here anymore, but earlier in the day, he did predict Xylo to win it all even before the season started. So
I predicted the win it all as well.
Yeah, so you guys have high hopes for Xylo. Are you picking them here over West Broadway then?
Yeah, I'm picking Xylo over West Broadway here.
All right.
And even if Xylo loses this, I feel like they can still bounce back and take the whole season. So I'm confident in them for sure.
All right. Well, we are seconds away. Let's see who's going to take it. We're gonna have game number 1 back on Gobi Arena Splat Zones. This is match number 4. West Broadway Grillers taking on Xylo. This should be a hype series.
Let's see what comps come out from both teams here. I believe Debbie is now playing for West Broadway on this map, so I think I wasn't checking. Yep, then that means we're going to have a Hydra. And actually, West Broadway taking from Symphony with the Zap 89, so that's pretty interesting. And then we see on the side of Xylo, pretty standard comp. CDS, Hastery, Shot, Charger. You know, so nothing too crazy. And as Xylo gets a pick on the T-Tech there on West Broadway, and they pretty much are already going to get control at the start of the game.
Yeah, I'm really interested to watch Blue here again. Back in Season 2 when he did get to sub in for Ink Kings, he popped off and had one of the highest KDAs of the season. Of course, there was only a few matches, and already you can see Xylo getting those picks, and all that's left is the poor Hydra by themselves.
Right now, Xylo has the bomb rush ready for defense. Hopefully, they'll keep it for when West Broadway's going to try push in here. And, he gets a pick on the CS. But a bomb does kill Neo, though, so it's going to be a 3v3 situation. I think Gem without Ancient just drops down on his zone, although it does get help from Nin to get the pick on the CDS. Nin now pretty much trying to paint zone, so it does get the zone. He's now going to drop down into zone himself.
A good score here by Xylo to open it up. Of course, that's not going to be a game-winning score, but they got to feel good about taking that first early aggression, that early lead. West Broadway, though, able to get some of that back here, and we'll see if they're able to hold on to the zone. But going down there with the Hydra, I'm sure that they're not going to be able to hold this much longer. 3v3 now.
There is a pick on the T-Tech, though, so it's going to be 3v3. Gem here on the Inkjet. Hashi does go down, although Xylo does cap zone. So another 3v3 switch. Actually, that does come out for a winning team fight for Xylo. Kind of a bloodbath there near the end, although Xylo's got to get zone before they start going for picks here.
Yeah, you would have thought West Broadway would be able to hold that on with the man advantage, but then goes down, and no, again with another pick. Neo, remember from Season 2, had one of the highest KDAs as well. These are aggressive players. I'm loving to see the picks that they're creating for Xylo.
Yeah, definitely. Really good inkjet kill there on the Hydra. That's going to definitely put him back for a little bit. Right now, rain coming out from, and missiles coming out from WBG, although the CS does go down. So it's going to be a 3v4 push They do get the pick on the T-Tech, so now 3-3 situation for these teams.
Got Ninja with that nice pick, opening things up. West Broadway gonna get it, and then another kill from Ninja. Let's see how many he can get. This is an interesting setup here. 3v3 on the map. West Broadway need to hold on to this, I feel like, a little bit longer. Just now finally getting through the penalty.
Does get the pick on the Zap, though, and that's going to be a bomb rush as well, and that's just going to be pretty much West Broadway's push already done.
Oh, it's feeling really tough for West Broadway, but remember, they lost this game in the first series as well and bounced back. Maybe just perhaps not their map and mode.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Xylo is definitely doing a good job here with control. Like, every time they lose control, they get their specials and just push back together as a team. And Neo and Blue are just getting those picks on the take-back. So it just ends up working out. Although, again, we have a 2-2 situation here.
Yeah, Sam, if you can win that.
Action gets the pick.
That would have been huge action, though. Yeah, that could close out the game.
And Action has armor as well here for the last seconds. Can just pop in. That's going to be getting the clip, get the double. Oh, they got to keep zone, though.
Yeah, that's going to happen,
That's going to be game.
Xylo popping off. You saw Sam with a chance to get a kill onto Action and then would have gotten that squid jumping in, getting 2 kills there. Instead, Action wins that duel, gets a double at the end. Xylo going up 1-0. You can see, again, no Blue taking the top of that KA, but the rest of the team doing well. And Xylo just edging them out. I don't know, what did you guys think? It felt pretty Xylo dominant, but it did feel somewhat close.
My opinion, that was mostly like Xylo dominant. Pretty much every time WBG got control, they either lost it pretty much second after a team fight, or after like Xylo come back, they just get their specials. One of either Blue or Neo or Action would find a pick, and then they would just push in with specials. And pretty much in a 4v3 situation with the other team having specials, you can't do much there except just back up and stay alive. And sometimes WBG didn't end up backing up, so Xylo just went in and got the picks and pretty much made team wipes all day long.
Yeah, Zach, what do you think watching West Broadway? You said after that match 1 victory, they were going to do it here again. Do you feel a little bit more nervous after that match 1?
I think more than anything, West Broadway zones is just not really their mode. I do feel pretty confident going into tower control that they'll be able to at least hold their own here.
Yeah, we saw that Hydra pick. We've kept coming back to it today because it's just such an odd pick coming out from Devi, but they made it work last time. They were able to hold on to that 5-point victory on tower control. Let's see if they can do it again. Both teams are ready, so let's just jump straight into tower control. West Broadway trying to even it up 1-1. Xylo trying to go up 2-0 and make this a short series. We'll see what's going to happen.
Hoping to see from Xylo still with that inkjet and maybe a ray from the Charger, which could definitely displace Debbie or get the pick on her. So we'll see now what they're running. And we see Neo on that famous K-Pro of his. This is going to be a get frag out game for him, I think. And also Ray Charger.
Look how much main power up they have on one team, man. They are going for kills and kills only.
Blue here with the splash. It's going to be just shrugging around tower. I don't think anyone really knows where he is, so he's just kind of chilling here. He's going to have bomb rush already here now. Probably going to wait for her to use it.
Yeah, bomb rush can be good for defending that tower. It'll be interesting to see how they can use it to get some control and get the pick started. Not going to use the inkjet. Going to go out, though, for West Broadway. Not finding anything yet.
Does go down. Maybe 2 down maybe on West Broadway. Wait. T-Tech stays alive for the time being. Does go down, though. That's going to be 3 down for West Broadway. Xylo just played that, just made West Broadway rush them and then just completely counter them.
Yeah, and now you get to see No push up with that Booyah Bomb for the safety. Can he get some picks here? Because already using those specials, this is huge. They're going to get through maybe 2 checkpoints if they can keep this push going. Stingray out as well. 4v3. Jim trying to do something about it, but it just seems like Xylo has the control. They have the specials, and they are pushed up and ready to go.
That 2 checkpoint is going to be very hard to come back from. I'm feeling pretty confident this will go to Xylo.
Yeah, for right now, although Hydra's trying to put pressure on the tower. All in the general, another Booyah coming out. Not in the best spot, though, so he's going to go down.
Yeah, and we remember
So,
last time
right
West
now-
Broadway got a point push all the way to 20, so we know that they can push past this 38. It's definitely not over with 3 minutes left, even though that was a fantastic push from Xylo. West Broadway gotta get something going though, because they keep falling to these random picks on the sides.
Right now, just Blue and Neo just putting in that work with the picks. Also, the charge there, getting the pick on Debbie with the Ray, just like I said, would be a good option for that. Armor now coming out, although that Blue still does get picked. Nin trying to back up here to get some top right control. Dino gonna back up. Action staying alone on tower. It's gonna go down.
Yeah, another defense by West Broadway. I think they've gotten them far enough back again. Stop the push. No, it's some nice kills though. Double.
He's gonna get a double.
Can't get
Maybe
the triple.
a triple here.
Oh, Debbie with some nice
He gets a bit
moves.
too greedy for the Hydra.
Debbie with the
That's
sweet
close.
feet on the Hydra. That's not something that you normally see.
But again, Xylo is gonna push again right now. They just have control still. They have Ray. They have Bomb Rush. West Broadway's just struggling to get the control. As I say that though, West Broadway gets 2 picks and Debbie does pop armor, so this could be a change pace here.
They gotta get some paint. They gotta get some people, some Slayers up in the front though. You can still see that they're not quite close enough to get Dino off of this charger. Maybe Sam
gonna
can do
jump
something.
out
It's
now
gonna be
with
hard
Ray.
though. Yeah.
Oh, again, just 2 go down West Broadway. Sam's on his own, maybe looking for a shark pick. He's not able to get it as they just catch him out and kill him. Debbie now is going to be forced to back up. Maybe to hold ground so they don't get another massive push. Actually, she's on her own there on the left. Now it's going to be a 4v3 situation for a little bit for Xylo.
It just feels so hard for West Broadway. I mean, they're playing well, but Xylo is just getting so many picks, creating so much aggression. It just feels like so hard for West Broadway to get a push that would actually get them past this 30 marker.
Yeah, Xylo, sometimes like West Broadway just does get control, but then one person from Xylo is able to get like a kill or a double, and that kind of just stops everything.
Yeah, minute left in the cards. Can Fate take this back for West Broadway? They're going to have a tough task, especially with Dino getting some kills here back on the sniper. It is a 2v3, maybe a chance for them to get something going, but a Stingray out from Dino is probably going to stop their push whenever they start to make one.
Dino's playing really smart right now.
There's so much green on the map, and even when it looks like WBG might be able to take control, Xylo again and again just capitalizes with their map control.
Yeah, but if Ninja can get some picks, he's very deep. That's maybe a little too deep, going to go down.
Yeah,
Oh,
Forge took
man.
too long, and they were able to catch him up before he could do anything. Dino with a good pick there.
Yeah.
It's going to be just jam on his own there, and Forge is now it's going to be Hydra. Although the Hydras have a jump and does get a pick.
No.
Forge jump goes down, Debbie goes down as well, and that's going to be the push and possibly game.
Yeah, it's possibly game right there. It felt like West Broadway finally had the chance. They finally had the aggression, the map control to get something done. But as soon as that happens, Dino with a couple great picks, some great defense. So not only does Xylo have the aggression they need, they seem to have a defense that's also making it really tough for West Broadway. They might have one more chance if they can get to the tower. It's going to be very difficult. 2 picks though.
Right now, it's the Chardo is close to Ray. Dino here is going to try to get that as soon as he can to pop it.
Stingray
He's gonna
though to
pop it
make the
right
stop.
now, though.
Booyah as well.
Also coming out.
Debbie goes down.
Neo just going for tower on his own.
Yeah.
But the Ray is just taking care of the work, and that's pretty much it. Xylo takes game 2, and they're now up 2-0.
Sadly, do not believe in miracles there. West Broadway, couple chances, but it just seemed like Xylo had their number pretty much that whole game long, and you can see No doing it again, being a KA
Told you.
dominator, 16 KA there. We saw that from him in Season 2. He is ready for Season 3, already popping off, already wants to be in that MVP discussion moving forward, and Xylo going up 2-0 now. Zach, you said you weren't sweating it before, but are you now?
You know, the big question I have is, was this West Broadway win last game, was it a fluke? Is Xylo the stronger team here above West Broadway? I think the answer is yes. I think West Broadway taking that last series was a little bit of a fluke, and I think that we saw some better players last set. And I think that Xylo is going to be able to take victory maybe once and for all. Sorry that I'm letting them down with no optimism, but
Yeah.
love them to death.
Okay, well, we'll see. They are subbing out Blue for Bar, so that will be interesting for Xylo to see if that really makes a difference. I don't know if that's a strategic thing specifically for the Rainmaker match, but we'll see how that plays off. Blue was playing pretty well, so who knows? Maybe they're just trying to get Bar some experience here. IPS, how can West Broadway win this Rainmaker game? We saw them do it with a miracle, 30-second pop-off push in their first series. I don't know if that's going to happen against Xylo here, though, this series. What do you think they need to do to get this win?
I feel like West Broadway, their last win definitely was a fluke. They did outplay Symphony last set. I think right now, though, they've met a real roadblock because I feel like Xylo right now is definitely the best team in Amateur League. So it's kind of a roadblock for all the teams here in Amateur is to beat Xylo, to get, to go past like what Xylo does. And I think like West Broadway's not going to be able to do what they did against Symphony here against Xylo because Xylo's going to know that what West Broadway is going to try to do. And they're going to make sure they're together so you don't get picked off like Symphony did. And yeah, I feel like right now just Neo and Blue, who currently is subbed out, but either way, maybe Bar has someone to sleep as well. But mainly Neo is just coming in here, is just getting picks, and it's just creating so many opportunities for Xylo. And WBG doesn't seem to be able to find anything to really stop Neo. He's just a machine, and he's just going right through them.
Well, let's see what happens. We are ready for game number 3. West Broadway need this win to keep us going. Can they get another Rainmaker win? This would be pretty great if they could. All right, this time again, West Broadway is going to be in the green on Team Alpha. And we got Xylo rocking the pink magenta colors. And IPS, what are you seeing here out of their team comps?
I'm seeing actually a Bomb Rush Charger coming out from Dino, which isn't too unorthodox. But if you had Bomb Rush, you can easily get Quick Pop, so definitely is a pretty decent option. Meanwhile, WBG, we just see the tried and true comp of just Shot, CDS, Hydra, and Neo getting a pick there on Debbie, so already could have put Xylo an advantage here.
Yeah, it's not a great sign. I mean, you should not see Neo being able to pop off and get their backliner just like that. Will maybe misstep by West Broadway there, although it doesn't look like they're going to be punished too hard quite yet.
These shots down. Neo looking here for a pick on the splash, does get it. Right now, Neo is just getting these slow picks, and they're not really trying to move him, so he's just there, free to do what he wants. Neo pops a Booyah, and Dino is going to go with that, getting it to 48. Although Debbie does go down here, maybe a pop knife from Bar here. Bar's going to go with the ring, go with 15, and it's still a 3v2 situation, so if Xylo can keep it going here, they can keep getting this push. Although Gem does pop missiles, maybe going to push them back now.
Ooh, backed into the corner. This is very dangerous for West Broadway. I think they're going to get the stop, but man, oh man, that was a great push by Xylo. Already to 15, as you said. That's going to be a tough task for them to actually get the lead.
Pick. Bar right now is just doing work, and that's going to be a push now for Xylo.
Yeah, finally, they're going to touch the Rainmaker after a minute and a half of play. What can they do with it is the question. They got to get this Rainmaker protected. Ink armor out, that's going to help them at least for now.
They've popped both their specials here, so Xylo's just playing smart right now. They're just waiting for those specials to blast off, and they're just going to use theirs now. And WGB really doesn't have anything to do now.
Yeah, and see those missiles forcing the Rainmaker out too, and Dino just able to force him out and then just smack him down with that snipe. And that's it. It's 73, just not going to make it happen. Xylo just seems to have their number all across the board.
Right now, Dino here with that Bomb Rush. And in here, just trying to back off of that Bomb Rush, trying to not die to it. Missiles do come out the side of WBG, though. And then missiles go right back at WBG as well from Xylo. CS does go down. Gem looking for the pick on the Ranger. Does get it by sharking on the snipe here. He's going to be looking over, maybe to get the pop. We have a 4v2 situation here now, so WBG should be able to push up and maybe get some control for themselves.
Yeah, if they can kill No, that's the key. We've been saying it all game long. No. He's been popping off. And again, another kill. Can he find a second?
He's just waiting for his prey, man. They just walk into him, and he just gets those picks.
He's like
and
a
if they don't walk into
piranha.
him, he pushes himself.
He's a piranha waiting in waters, just snapping down his jaws. Every time West Broadway tries to do something, they are not the ones to grill today. They are getting grilled by Neo time and time again. This is just...
As you say that, Neo does go down, though, but either way, Sam's now the only one left alive, so didn't really mean much at the current moment.
Full wipe.
Well, Dino's going to grab the Rainmaker now, bring it left, just putting more, just pretty much just pushing West Broadway back as much as possible and wasting as much time as possible as well.
Yeah, minute 20 left. I don't see how West Broadway get back into this. Maybe these missiles help start something if they can get one pick. No, they do go down.
The shot goes down instead. Right now, through the situation, though, Splash has to push the Rainmaker, does go down.
Sam had a chance, but again, Neo was there to make the stop. Dino still holding on to the thing. He's held on to it for almost a full minute now. In a 4v3, it doesn't look like West Broadway's able to get to this Rainmaker.
Picking the shot. The
Holy
Splash
cow.
might be going for a desperate push at this point.
Talk about
Dino could just run. Honestly, Xylo could push this if they wanted to, but again, they're trying to stall time.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the greatest stalls I've ever seen on Rainmaker, and Dino just holding on to this forever. Does reset it, and no, it doesn't get to jump off, so that looks like it's just going to be stuck there.
That's pretty smart. Instead of moving it back mid, now Xylo has it pushed left with control on left, which means basically West Broadway Gorillas has to play their game. You know, you gotta come push us at left, you gotta come get the pop at left, you gotta come fight us left, you can't go back to mid no more.
Yeah, two go down. Who knows, Debbie and Sam, but they don't see no.
Neo just with the shark.
Sam's got to get the kill. They do trade.
Gets the trade.
Oh my gosh.
They get Rainmaker just in time.
This would be
right
the play of the century. If West Broadway take this game, I don't even know what to believe about life anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
Armors are already up for the side Xylo. So unfortunately, one does go down, two go down.
Yeah.
Rainmaker's on his own.
Debbie trying.
Actually, Debbie's there to help him.
Oh,
Unfortunately, Niz.
Poor
See how beautiful
Squidling.
they cornered him, though.
I
Just
mean,
like that, we got our first lead.
jeez. Wow.
From Xylo, who are showing just how dominant they are. So.
Yeah, I mean, that was impressive stuff from Xylo. 15 kills from Neo coming out there, popping off, looking for that player of the week, and I'm sure he's going to be the one to get it unless something else happens in this last fifth matchup after this. But, I mean, that was impressive. Definitely MVP of the series. And it sets up for an interesting storyline because now you have... You know, we talked about Symphony, we talked about West Broadway Grillers, and Xylo possibly being the best three teams. Well, we saw West Broadway take down Symphony, and now we see Xylo sweep West Broadway. It's got to get you thinking, man, is Xylo just, as you guys said at the beginning of the stream, going to win this whole league? Or can anyone actually improve enough to catch them over the next month and a half? I don't know. It's going to be really interesting.
What I'm seeing right now, in my personal opinion, is we got... Of course, we still got to see this fifth match now to see what OO Gang and Red Sun's about. But currently, from what I'm seeing here with Symphony, West Broadway, and Xylos, I feel like Symphony and West Broadway are pretty equal in terms of skill level. They have a really close set. I mean, well, Xylo's just on somewhat right now, kind of another level. Not an insane amount, but you just saw there, they were insanely dominant. Pretty much all three games, they always had control. There never really was a time where West Broadway had a for certain push because they always just had, there was always Neo. You know, the main person, the main man himself was just Neo. He was always getting those picks, even at the end of that Rainmaker game.
Yeah.
They thought they had him wiped, but he just got 2 picks and basically kind of slowed down the push, the final push of the game there a lot more.
Yeah.
So I feel like West Broadway and Symphony can improve to a point to beat Xylo. You know, I mean, they still got a lot of weeks. They got a lot more matches, and they might meet Xylo in playoffs, so they're going to have to practice to beat them. But for now, in my opinion, it seems like Xylo right now is the dominant team in this league.
Zach, what are you feeling about West Broadway Grillers? They did get that 3-1 against Symphony. Now 0-3, though, against Xylo. What are their odds moving forward after this week 1? I mean, how do you go forward as a team? How do you think they should be feeling right now?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I think they had 3 big victories, obviously. But this being the first team in the league to get swept is probably not a great feeling either. I think that there is a lot of room for improvement for WBG, but I also think that Xylo, as IPS has been saying, they have a really good shot of taking this entire season. So I don't think that it's anything to be too ashamed of, and I'm positive they can come back from it.
Yeah. And, we talk about West Broadway Symphony and Xylo being the top 3. We don't even know that, to be fair. These are just guesses by people that have seen these teams a little bit here and there. Who knows? We still haven't seen, as you said, IPS Red Sun or OO Gang. We're going to see that in match number 5. Tent Supremacy.
We haven't seen Tent Supremacy.
Yeah, Tent Supremacy, as you said, not till next week. So this is just, week 1 hypotheticals, but it is cool to think about in a world where, you got West Broadway and Symphony trying to catch up one day in the playoffs for Xylo to actually, can they catch them in this month and a half regular season going into playoffs if they all, make it there. So